I will just use return. Okay? Right here. Now, if I will call my result, siyang pinapalabas. And then if usually bitaw, is that wala siyang out. Diba? Dito mayroon siyang out. Now, out 17. Now, if I will try to check its character type or data type, sorry. Look what happened, diba? Kung dito it's non-type, dito naman on the other hand, it's an integer. So this would mean na the result of this one can be stored in any variable. Yung result naman ni print is that it can't be stored in any variable. Nakuha ba? Thumbs up daw ba if nakuha bang concept sa print result o my result? Para bitaw maklaro na to. Print result o return result din. Say, sa ba si my result tinoon, sorry. Okay. So again, please be careful. Let's all notice na si print result, yung pinakita ko bitaw, doesn't let you actually save the variable. It only prints it out. With the print returning none of the assignment. Yan yung sinabi ko kanina. Just a reminder lang. Now, aside from this one, aside from the printing and then the result na ano, return day, sorry. Aside sa print tsaka aside sa print and result, there are also other topics that you can implement inside the function. For example, you can have logic and internal function operations inside the function. So you can even create logical statements, ano pa ba? If-else conditions natin, yung mga for and while loops natin, and then checking whether there is something in the list, di ba? So pwedeng ganyan yung mga concept na ipapagawa natin or we can manipulate using function. I'll give you a very common example. Yung very common bitaw na example na we can integrate it in the function is yung pag-check whether a number is even or not. Okay? So for example, ito. Ayan. So this is an example of a function that checks whether the given number is divisible by 2 or even ba siya or not or odd ba siya. So obviously, 'di ba? Obviously, the number na yun, ayan, the number will be evaluated using modulo 2. So anything that answers more than 0, that will be considered as an odd number, not an even number. So if I will run this one, and then if I will do this, for example, I'll have check number 1. Yung ilalabas niya is a Boolean value, either true or false. Okay? So if this particular area here can identify na you're even, yung ipapalabas niya is saman, true. Okay? That's one example of how to implement other topics inside a function. Now, let's say, for example, let's make it quite complicated. Like, gusto natin na, like, it's not only one number lang ang kaya identify. Let's say, for example, let's use the list. Okay? So, let's return a Boolean indicating if any number is in the list. And then let's try to notice how the return breaks out of the loop and exits the function. So we will understand, or we can identify na dayon na, for example, I will give a list and then the program will try to identify if meron ba siya or wala. So if meron, that would indicate na I think that's true. And then if not, then it's the other way around. Okay? So I'll just copy and paste lang the code pa ita malangay. So you have it here. Def check even list and then num list naman, diba? Instead of number, we'll be using num list. Okay. And then of course, since it's a list naman already, like it's more than one value, we can use na dayon the for loop. Okay? So loop natin siya. So for number in num list, yan. And then you also have here yung if else na conditions natin. So if the given number is divisible by 2, diba? If the number is divisible by 2, then that would indicate that it's true. Otherwise, it's false naman. Okay. Wait muna guys. Return true, tapos you have else dayon. So else is, for example, used whenever, diba? It's the counterpart ba of if. And then lagyan natin ito ng pass. Like, wala siyang gagawin. So let's all remember, pass is a method in Python that allows you to continue with your coding, provided na it will not consider yung, like it will not consider the answer or the other way around because sa else, wala siya silbi. So let's try to run this one. So I do think na nasa problema sa indentation. Wait muna guys ha. I'll try to correct muna my indentation. Okay, ara. Yeah, very good. Okay, try natin. Ayan. So again, yung ibibigay natin dito na argument is si list. So for example, yung list natin, always remember, it's represented by square brackets or square braces. So for example, you have 1, 2, and 3 as a list. So if you notice, it provides you with true. Kasi nga, one of the lists or one item in the list is true. So for example, I will change this one into 5. Now look what happened. Diba? Wala siyang nilalabas. Now, how do we correct this one? So when we would want to correct this one, diba? Because obviously this is not enough. We are not returning anything if the output is odd. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang notification or hindi alam ni user kung anong nangyayari if there's an odd number. Will it be able to display it or not, diba? So to correct this one, okay, to correct this one, we can just simply, yung ginagawa ng iba, or even me, I'm guilty about this one. Yung ginagawa ko nung una is that I just put it here na return false na yun. Diba? Return false. And then let's say for example ito, diba? Run natin na. So if you notice, tama din naman siya. Like after providing the return false, nag-false din naman siya. But look what will happen if I will place number 2 on the list. Okay? Now, look what happened. Diba? Hindi niya kayang ma-identify. It's because by the moment bitaw na na-hit niya si number 1, and it was able to identify na it's a odd number, hindi na niya ipapa-proceed yung next pa na looping. Okay? So how do we address that kind of problem in loop? What we will do is that we will try to use gyapon pass. And then every time dayon nga, like it will only stop not until all of the items in the list is done. Okay? So yung ginawa ko is that I retain the pass. Okay? I retain the pass and then I just, okay, dito lang din ang return na ko nga, a return false na script. So let's all remember, para bitaw dili siya mabalik-balik sa return false. What you will do is that you exit them or you exit the return false out from the for loop bitaw. So lalabas siya sa for loop. You will know na it's already outside of the for loop because of this one. Diba the last semicolon, if there's a colon, then there should be an indentation. Yung sa kanya is hindi naka-intended. It's part or it's outside of the, what do you call this one? It's outside of the for loop or the looping process, but it's still inside from the list, di ba? So, hindi po pwede na you will, for example, go here, di ba? Like gusto mo magpalayo silbi si return false. What you did was that you have it printed, like indented the I sorry, katungod sa def. So if I will run this one, di ba? There's an error. Now indentation error. Return is outside the function already. So let's try to check again. Yan, ba? So let's try to see here. Like for example, 1, 5, tapos 4. Ba? Yung nangyari is that it was able to look into the process or look into the available data kung meron ba talagang kung meron bang even number inside the list. So based on the given 154, 4 is a ang tawag dito, even number. Diba? That's why yung result dito is true. Okay? Now let's go to the next one. Yung next naman is that what if, for example, we can go like little bit higher. Now we will try to return all of the even numbers in the list. Okay? So what will happen is you will create a I'll just use lang this one then. You will create a variable that will hold, that will hold all of the even numbers. Pero yung format niya is naka-list pa rin. Okay. And then after that one, we'll try to go it and then ito tayo. Okay. I will be deleting this one na kanibitang return true. Kasi we are already in such a process naman. So pagdating dito, di ba? Lagyan natin ng append. Who can still remember ano yung ibig sabihin ng append? Di ba? Append is used whenever you would want to add something in the list. So right now, what we are trying to do here is that every time a given number coming from the num list will be evaluated as an even number, so automatically it will be added to the list. Okay? So after that, instead of returning false or yung Boolean values, what we will try to return here is the even numbers. Okay, yun man yung goal natin. Kung kanina yung goal natin is that we are trying to identify whether the given list has an odd or even. Ngayon naman, try to have na ipapakita natin lahat ng even numbers who pass the list. Okay? For example, gawa tayo ng check even list naman. Medyo mahaba. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, tapos 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, tapos 9, tapos 10. Okay. Now, if you notice, if I will run this one, it no longer identifies whether it's odd or even. Yung pinapakita lang niya is that you have, these are the numbers who pass with this criteria na modulo 2. And then, itong lahat ng number na nandito is considered to be even number. Nakuha ba? Hello? Again, it's still the same, but then yung ginawa ko was that I just used na lang the append bitaw na method. Append method was already used in our midterm, di ba? So, ganyan. Give me a thumbs up today if you have understood it. Pagpasensya na yung background kasi nag-PBSDA days kasi sila sa labas. I do hope what do you call this one? I do hope you can still hear me. Okay. Now, aside from, diba, we have tried naman na we can do printing, returning results, we can do useful logic operators in Python. We can even do this one, diba? And then another thing that you can do with Python functions as well is that you can do tuple unpacking, diba? So just to remind you guys, diba, a tuple is a data type wherein they are presented by pair, diba? For example, ganito, diba? So you have here stock prices with tuples for Apple, Google, and then Microsoft. Okay, you have the price is 200, 300, and then 400. Okay, now if you could still remember when we do tuple unpacking, we use for loop for them, diba? For loop dayon will help us access the list. For example, ganito. For item in stock prices, print item. Yan, diba? It was able to print the item. So this would mean na the value here are considered to be tuples because they are separated by a comma and they come in pairs. Another thing that you can do as well is that to modify the output display of your for loop. Diba? So kung kanina it's very generic na items lang talaga siya. Right now, you can do a specific price, a specific output for a particular loop. So for example, dito, you have stock tapos price, di ba? Pero yung gusto mo lang talagang ipakita is si stock. Okay, pwede yan. Okay? You can also have the other way around na yung ipapakita mo lang is si price. So ganyan ka-powerful si tuple unpacking. Ayan. Kuha ba? You have, what do you call this? The general one, ito. General list access using for loop. Ito naman, it's a list access using for loop but then with a specific na lang na format. Same goes with this one as well. Okay. So similarly, functions often return tuples to easily return multiple results for later use. Okay? So another pagyod, example. Now, for example, let's have, what do you call this one? Let's try to have a function that will identify kung sino yung employee of the month. Okay? For example, I have here a variable for work hours. Yan. So for example, si Abby works 100 hours a week. Si Billy, 400 a week. Si Cassie, 800 a week. Okay? So yung goal natin is that makaka-create tayo ng function na will help us identify the employee of the month. But on manual inspection, diba, klaro, I think it's very clear. By manual inspection, we can say na Cassie is really the main employee of the month because she earned she earned the highest number of working hours, diba? Like, guys, can you hear the sounds? I hope you can still hear me. Kaya ba? Can you still hear me? Kindly give me a thumbs up.
Wala may ano, sir, wala may...
Okay ra. Okay ra diyan. Kaya sabi nila ibig dungog ka din eh. Sorry. So first, let's try to create a function. Create tayo ng function na employee check. Of course, yung argument natin will be si work hours. Okay? So work hours is a variable that will be used as an argument. After that, we will create a temporary variable placeholder na current max, and then we will set it with 0. Diba? Kaya we don't know, we don't have any initial pa man na value for the current max. The current max means this variable will indicate kung ilan na yung oras na na-render ni employee. Okay? So this will be the basis, kumbaga, like who's the highest. We need also to create a, what do you call this? A variable for the employee of the month, or the variable that will hold the name of the employee. Okay? Yan. And then, same lang din. We can just, what do you call this one? Access the list using for loop lang din. Okay? So for employee and hours, diba, let's all remember, this one is replicating the format of how it's being presented by, diba, tuples are represented by pairs man, diba? They are presented in pairs and separated by comma. That's why dito din, you have employee tapos hours. Employee are these characters. Tapos hours naman are those numerical values. Okay? Now let's go to the quadradion conditional statements. So, for example, you have if the hours given or the access hours is greater than the max, what will happen is that the current max will use the value of the hours as the current max, as the new value of the current max. And of course, you have the name of the employee dayon of that particular working hours. Okay? Yeah. After that, you have else dayon. Sige. Sorry. Yan. And then let's try to return dayon kani si employee tapos si hours. Okay, employee of the month, sorry. And then the current max. Please take note of the indentation ba ha? Hindi ka lalabas sa function, but then you will need to go out sa for loop natin. Okay? So with this particular example, we can then identify or we can provide proof na kasi talaga is our, o diba? You have here an error na naman. Wait muna ha. Sige. Try natin mag-indentation. Sige. Ayan. Wala nang error. Sige. So for this example, kumbaga, diba? Employee work hours. Now, if you notice, it was able to identify na si Cassie talaga yung employee of the month. So paano ba yan? How did it happen, man? So let's look into the given list, diba? If you notice, you have Abby, Billy, and Cassie. So yung first na i-evaluate talaga ng ating for loop dito na part is si Abby. So for example, si Abby, diba, you have here, Abby works 100 hours, diba? You have 100 hours. Now, if you will try to, wait muna ha, you have Abby, tapos 100 hours. Now, if you will try to understand it, this particular conditional statement here, if hours thou is greater than the current max, then the current max becomes the value from the hours, and then the employee of the month from blank, it will become the employee. So dito, si hours is 100. 100 is greater than 0. Tama, hindi. Diba? Tama. Very good. So that would mean that yun na si current max now becomes not 0, but it's already a 100. Okay? And of course, the employee of the month na yun is Abby. Next, you have, sino ba? Si Billy, tapos yung 400. Okay. Dito na naman tayo. So, is 400 greater than 100? Diba? Tama naman. So, you have 400 here. And then you also have here, Billy. Now, here comes the last one on the list. You have Cassie. Tapos si Cassie, yung hours niya is 800. Lagay natin sa dito sa ating conditional statements. So, is 800 greater than 400? O, diba? It's still bigger or greater than 400. So, that would mean that the current max now, it's no longer 400, but it's 800. So, this one then becomes 800. And then, after Billy, diba? Of course, it's Cassie na dayon. That's why yung lumabas dito is si Cassie yung answer. Okay? Now, people were asking me, sir, what will happen, Lugar, if they have the same value? Let's say, for example, Cassie and Billy earned 800 hours gyapon. Okay? Example lang ito, guys. So, what will happen? Now, it will only display Billy. Bakit man, be? Sige daw, be? Bakit Billy lang yung i-display niya? Why do you think Billy is the only answer, man? Okay. Sige. Billy now is the only answer. It's because of this part here. Diba? This part here. Diba? For example, you have 800 is greater than 100. Check siya. But then you have it here. Is 800 greater than 800 bagyapon? Diba? Dili naman siya. So this means di siya paingon din. Past siya dayon. That's why na-retain gyapon ni Billy ang iyang 800 gyapon nga status. Or si Billy gyapon ang ipagawas. It's no longer Cassie or it's not a system. Okay? Nakuha ba, guys? This one is an example of a function, diba? That uses uses if statements. You have for loop. You even have function, diba? So there are a lot of topics you can insert or you can implement in a function. Okay? It's not only yung katubitang mag-check lang whether it's odd or even. Ang dami pa, diba? You can have multiple implementations inside a function sa Python. Sige, I will now give the floor to questions for this one, for this topic. Sige daw, be? Questions muna tayo. Sige, questions. Okay. Kung walang question, give me a thumbs up and then I'll provide ayon a recap. Para, yeah. Right? It's quite simple man siya. So, definitely, the TP02 will now be based on functions. The TP02 dayon will be posted tomorrow para fair tanan, para wala na magreklamo sa ako nga, sir, makahatag gid una ang Monday kasi naman una discussan nimo. So para wala na istorya, tanan magsugod sa Sabado sa TP02. Okay? Am I understood? Thumbs up daw kung katubit akong giingon nga last part nasabtan ba to? Katong ang TP02 kay sa Saturday pa. Very good. Sige. So for the recap, let's all remember again, when you define a function, you need to use the def keyword. And you practice using snake casing. Snake casing means you are using lowercase. And of course, you are separating 2 or more words using underscore. And do not forget to use or to call with the parameter. Okay, kasi hindi yan lalabas. And then if arguments are provided, please provide the correct argument. It could either be a data type, a certain data type, or of course, yung free bitaw, like it's not indicated. Okay? Always remember as well the difference between print tapos return. Print doesn't allow you to save data or value in a variable, while return does the other way around. So when you would want to just display, like you will not use it on other scripts, you can just use print. But if you are trying to create a function that will, like the value to be generated will be used pagyapon on other parts of the script, then you use return. Okay? But just like what I mentioned a while ago, it's best if you use na lang daan return. Okay? You also have it here, like I've mentioned earlier, na it's not only the basic print and return that you can do in function. You can also do logical operators. An example for this one is checking whether a given number is odd or even. And you also have it here, yung sa, ang tawag dito? Tuple unpacking. So tuple unpacking allows you to access, di ba? Allows you to access your data and a given variable using function gyapon. Just like what I created here. Okay? So again, logic will be essential when you create functions. Let's all remember to create or provide correct arguments. Like for example, muning common na kwanda yun. The function will process 3 data, but then you can only provide 2. Of course, dito siya mugana ang function gyud. Okay? The function will do calculations, but then ang imong gibuhat is that nag-provide ka og string type na value. Of course, that will not happen. Diba? So, again, kung walang question, okay, diba? That's the end of our demonstration for today. And then heads up lang, the TP02 will be about functions. And of course, I will now have another na approach. So, on the other on the other events that we had, yung ginagawa ko is that I will provide the question and then you provide dayon the output din, di ba? Ngayon we'll do the reverse na dayon. I will provide the output and then you provide me with the way or paano siya ginawa. Okay? So more of it or more of the instructions for TP02 will be provided later. Okay? Nakuha ba? Hello? Not later day, tomorrow pa day, guys. Okay. Sige, guys, I can't really isaba kasi din ni. Okay, I'll meet you all later 4 p.m. for our other subject. Okay? Sige, thank you so much. You may now take your afternoon snack.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Balik unya 4 ha. Magbalik pa sa 4 ha. Bantay lang.
Sir.
Zaldariaga.